Hi everyone, I just thought I'd do a quick video for you to help with counting everyday objects at home. So the first thing we're going to do is just remind ourselves about counting to 10. So together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then what we need to do is we need to find our number and we need to find some everyday objects to match to that. So you can use things that you've got around the house. So for number 1, I'm going to match 1 teddy bear. For number 2, I'm going to look at my objects that I've got. I've got some pasta, some spoons, some candles and some pencils. I am going to match 2 spoons. So I need to find 2. 1, 2. Number 3, I'm going to try and match candles. So I need to count out 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. I wonder if we could find 3 pencils as well. 1, 2, 3. Can you see how they match? Because they are the same. Let's try with number 4. Let's use some pasta. We can use some pasta for number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can go all the way up to 10 using the different objects we have in our house. Can you try going all the way up to 10, finding objects in your house and matching them with the numbers? Have fun! Everybody, I thought I'd just show you a quick way to help with teaching one more at home and some of the different things and different ways we can teach that. So the first way, like we do in class, is we can draw ourselves a number line. And we can start from 1 and we can go all the way to 10. And then we can show how we are jumping one more using our number line. So if we start at 1 and we jump to 2, that means we have moved one more. So you could practice with people in your household how you can move. So if I start at 3 and I get to 4, that means I have jumped. Talk to someone and work out where I have jumped. So I have done one more. Okay, so you can practice that using your number line. We can then use some objects that you find around the house. So for example, I have 2 stones here. If I then wanted to find one more, I would need to look around for my objects and find one extra one to show that I am putting one more in my pile. You can do this with things you'd find at home. So here I have 1 teddy, and then if I wanted to find one more, I could go and look around the house and then find one more teddy. Okay, have fun. Hi guys, so this time we're going to look at one less. So you can use the same number line that you've already drawn from your one more lesson, but this time you are jumping the other way down the number line. So if we move from 8 to 7, that means we have gone one less. So if I go from 6 to 5, that means that I have done, what have I done? Tell the person in your household what I've done. I've gone one less. You can also use objects to do this. So I've got some teddy bears, and then I've got a group of teddy bears. I'm going to put them all together. And I've got a group of trees, and I've got a group of counting teddies. But you can use any objects that you've got around your house. And then for each group, I need to find one less. So when I'm finding one less, that means I'm taking one of them away. So to find one less teddy, that means one teddy has to be moved out of the group. And to do the same with the counting teddies, I take one away. Okay, so you can do that with any objects around your house that you find. Just practice finding one more and one less and making sure we've got it the right way around. Have fun!
Hello, it's Miss Edwards and I'm going to be showing you how you can teach adding and subtracting with single-digit numbers at home. These are the 2 number sentences we're going to be solving today. We're going to solve the first one using objects you might have at home, and we're going to solve the second one by drawing circles. I've just used a piece of paper and a pencil to write out my number sentences, but you can use a whiteboard and a rubber if you want, just whatever you've got at home. So for our first number sentence, 3 plus 5 equals, I'm going to be using some pasta. You can use anything you've got at home. It can be pencils, cutlery, buttons, beads, anything you've got. I'm going to be using pasta for now. So for my number sentence, the first number is 3. So I know I'm going to need 3 pieces of pasta first. 1, 2, 3, using one number for each object. Then I've got plus 5, or add 5. So here I'm going to need 5 pieces of pasta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3 plus 5 equals. Because it's an adding sentence, that means we're going to put our 2 groups all together to find the answer. So I'm going to get my 3 pieces of pasta and my 5 pieces of pasta, and I'm going to add them all together to find the answer. I can move each one to the side to make sure I'm counting all of them only once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I know that 3 add 5 equals 8. For the next number sentence, we're going to be using circles, so drawing, to find our answer. So this is great if they're already pretty comfortable with using the objects, or this is just what you've got on hand for now. So for 7, I know I'm going to need 7 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't matter if they draw them in a neat line or not, but it is easier for them to count that way. But they can draw them any way they like. So I've got 7 circles plus 2. I'm going to need 2 circles. 1, 2. And now to find the answer, because I am adding, I need to count them all together. I'm going to use a dot in each circle so I know I've counted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I know that 7 add 2 equals 9. Children might also want to use their fingers to add and subtract. So they could put, for 3 plus 5, they might count 1, 2, 3. We use our chin to count in case we go above 5, and then we will have our fingers free so that we can keep counting. They might go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then put them together and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that can be one way they can add together. Or they might put 1, 2, 3, then add 5 going straight from the next finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they might count all of those together and get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or they might be using their fingers to count on and back. They should only be doing this if they're already comfortable with adding objects and drawing the circles. So for counting on, that's when you hold one number in your head and have the other one on your fingers. So you don't put all the numbers on your fingers, you only put one. So, for example, for 3 plus 5, I might hold 3 in my head and put 5 on my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 on my fingers and 3 in my head. So I'm going to count on from 3 using these fingers to find the answer. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I know that 3 plus 5 is 8. So that's another way that children can use their fingers to count forwards and backwards. They should only be doing that once they're comfortable with adding objects, drawing circles, and doing the normal way they would add on their fingers with all the numbers together. Counting on and back is best when you're working with teen numbers. So that's where you might really want to use that method. For subtraction, it's going to work a bit differently. So when we were adding, we had 2 parts that made a whole. So 3 plus 5 were 2 parts we added together and they made our whole 8. In subtracting, in reception, we always start with the biggest number, and that is our whole. Then it's take away 1 part to find the other part. So for 8, take away 4, I need to start with 8 pieces of pasta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 pieces of pasta. Now it's take away 4 or subtract 4. That means I've got to take 4 away, not add them. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I know that 8 take away 4 equals 4. It might be easier if they don't put the pieces of pasta underneath the number, but some children are quite in the habit of that because they've done it with adding. It doesn't matter as long as they know that they need to take away 4, subtract 4. They should know both words. So for my next example, I've got 10, take away 7. And here I'm going to use my circles. So for 10, take away 7, I need to start with 10 circles. They can do it underneath or to the side somewhere separate. I'm just going to do it underneath. So I need 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, take away 7. 10, subtract 7. That means I need to cross out, so take away 7 circles. So I'm just going to do a big cross through the ones I don't need. So I need to count 7 circles to cross out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. Now I know that 10, take away 7 is 3. You can also use your fingers to make the whole and then take away the part. So for 8, take away 4. I know 8 is my whole because it's at the beginning. I'm going to put 8 on my fingers first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 on my fingers. Now I need to take away 4. So that means I need to put 4 fingers away. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. 8 take away 4 equals 4. So those are the ways you can teach your child adding and subtracting at home using objects, using drawing the circles and using their fingers. When children are very confident, they might choose one method that they like the best, and that's okay. But they should be able to show their working using different methods. So if they can do the circle method, then they should be able to show you using the objects as well. So as a challenge, you could let your child solve your adding or subtracting problem with whichever method they like the best, and then challenge them by making them do another method. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all staying safe and have a lovely day.